Yo, iVenom is back with the Outer Deus podcast episode 5, and I actually decided on what I wanted to talk about today. It's kind of an impromptu episode, kind of a mini episode in a way, but I'll still call it number 5 just because. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about the latest ravings, or rather shitstorm, that the fucking Grand Theft Auto Remastered Trilogy is. And not only that, we're actually also going to talk about Rockstar and you. Yeah, that's right, you. But I will leave that to the very end. Well, first things first. Oh my god, this remastered is such a shit show, bruh. I can't even begin to describe what I've realized about this fucking thing that Rockstar decided to put out. So anyway, before this came out, everybody was rightfully hyped. I mean, why shouldn't they be hyped, right? It's fucking Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and the legendary San Andreas. I mean, who doesn't want to play a remake or remastered version of these games? You know, they're available on a multitude of consoles, whether it's PS2, 360, PS3, PC, or I think even mobile ports, as far as my new information that I just recently found out, would tell me. I don't even know if I said that shit right, bro. I was just talking. But still, there are PC versions of all these games, there's console versions of these games, and there's mobile versions of these games. Regardless of how long they've been available, why wouldn't you want to play these shits, redone, right? And then they revealed how it was going to fucking look like, and everybody was pretty mixed. Some people thought it was fine, some people thought it was laughable, but in the end, it's not a remake, it's a remastered. It was more or less kind of acceptable in the state that they were actually going to give it to us. That is, until the fucking thing actually dropped. And what do we see? Okay, first thing, so I'm going to give my opinions on what I thought about it right when it came out. And based on what I was seeing. So what I was seeing was a bit more natural lighting slash colors into the game. It looked like the game was it had HDR, so it looked a bit more realistic, a lot less saturated in some of the colors. That orange hue that San Andreas has a lot, it's kind of gone actually. If you actually look, it's kind of there, but at the same time it's not. And I'll be honest, man, I played a little GTA 3, I played a little Vice City when they first dropped. It was a long time ago, man. This is like, oh my god, it's like 20 years ago. Something like that. God, what a time. Vice City was the first fucking game that I played with actual cursing in it. Shit was insane. Besides Vice City, I had South Park to keep me, entertained with the cursing and stuff. But I don't think I watched South Park when I played Vice City yet. I cannot remember completely at the top of my head. But I remember I played that shit. I heard a civilian just yell out, "Yo, watch it, asshole." And me and my cousins were like, "Oh my god, he actually said asshole." Like, we were going crazy. We were going a little mini craze when that happened in the game. I did go over to somebody's house one time in Mexico. They had Vice City on PC. That was pretty cool. San Andreas, not many people know this, friends included. No, I didn't play San Andreas. Big shocker. But you know what? Didn't really give a fuck about Grand Theft Auto for a long time, I did play GTA 4, and as much as people praised it supposedly in regards to its story and its dialogue or whatever, I don't give a fuck. It's a game. The shit plays like ass, especially the fucking driving mechanics. It's so awful. I'd rather play a Telltale game, and that's not a knock on Telltale games because they're just point and click games, and I'd rather play that, and it's more bearable than actually playing an open world third person fucking game with butter roads. Fuck that shit. Seriously. Awful. Like I don't understand how that fucking game got so many tens. It's it's stupid. That game just did not play good. But I did like the art style. The art style was pretty cool. Something that went through an evolution, with the later stuff. I never played any of the portable Grand Theft Auto games, but Vice City Stories, Chinatown Wars, I remember all of them, but I never really played them. I do remember Grand Theft Auto 2, which was over the top before it made the what the fuck revamp with open world on 3. And I really didn't get into GTA until 5 because it seemed like they were actually putting more emphasis onto the story in terms of the limited knowledge that I had in the game. I never really played them like that, so I don't know how heavy they were story-wise, but to me, as an outsider looking in, that's how it looked. And they were doing 3 characters, you can switch around them, and it looked fucking amazing. It looked fucking amazing, and it was an amazing game. So fucking good. So many people live on nostalgia over these fucking GTA games, but it's the best one. I don't give a fuck. It's the best one. But hey, that's my, kind of biased opinion. I rarely have those, but considering I didn't play much of the other ones, I don't understand how they could be better than GTA 5. I don't. But anyway, this is one of my most uninformed opinions ever. But hey, fuck it. I don't care. Not today, Satan. Not today. Okay, so getting back onto, these games. Yeah, I didn't really play San Andreas, but I knew of the legend. I was there when it first came out. I was there when people were talking about it. I remember the commercials. I remember people buying it at Target or wherever that you could get your games. I remember, I remember the hot coffee mod. Well, not a mod, but it was a mini game. But holy shit, that was a complete shitstorm when it comes to the parents. And this is one of the parts where I talk about you. Parents, fuck off. Seriously. These games are not for children. And I know a lot of us played these types of games as children growing up and everything. But you are a fucking parent. The fucking ratings are there. It says rated M for mature for a fucking reason. If you don't want these kids playing the games, then don't have them play. Be a fucking adult and a parent. That's your fucking job, fucking dumbass. Seriously. So the fact that you guys threw a fit over this hot coffee mug, I don't. Whoever listens to this, please fucking share it just to spite these motherfuckers and just to show them that they're idiots. They are. They're fucking idiots because these fucking games are not meant for children. I played so many fucking adult games as a child, it doesn't really matter. If you're actually interested in what the fuck your child is doing, then you should have done that before you actually paid for the damn game, and then you ruin it for everybody fucking else that was an adult and a teenager at the time. I surely wasn't a teenager at the time, but there were others. It's not just about me, and it's not just about you. It's about other people out there. And they were enjoying that fucking game, and it was pretty cool that they found that. And, back then, and even now, I didn't really give a fuck about no sex mini games, but that was still crazy, It's like, oh my god, there's a sex mini game in there, hot coffee. And then they fucking removed it, and it's like, oh man, that's whack, Man, I swear, people ruin shit for everybody. I'm telling you, they ruin shit for everybody. And it pisses me off. Rant. I'm more mad at you guys than I am at Rockstar, to be honest with you. I mean, I am mad, but I don't feel it. I just know that this whole fucking Remastered Trilogy is not something that should have been made in the way that it came out in. But anyway, I didn't play any of these games, but they're still iconic, legendary games, especially San Andreas. Like, come on, fucking LA in the 90s, you had characters modeled after rappers like... what the fuck is his face? Eazy-E, of course I should know. What other ones? I think it was Exhibit. Who else? Was Snoop Dogg in that bitch? I don't remember actually. I remember Snoop Dogg was in True Crime Streets of LA. He was actually like a cheat code unlockable character. Uh Ice Cube. Ice Cube was there. Well, Ice Cube was inspired, but he sure didn't look like it. Uh Let me see. The people that actually look like the rappers anyway. Ryder was fucking he was voiced by MC8, which is pretty cool, but he looks like fucking Eazy-E. You know? Mad Dog was he's voiced by Ice-T, which was pretty cool. And he's based on, and apparently I didn't know, some of this stuff is new to me, but apparently he's based on Dre, Ice-T himself, and Ice Cube. Uh Sweet Sean Sweet Johnson, aka Sweet, was CJ's older brother, the main character, who was actually modeled after Young Melee, an LA rapper. I don't know who. Oh, apparently some people believe he was inspired by Warren G. That guy's awesome. Uh, but nobody big voiced him. But Sweet was voiced by Faison Love. You don't know who Faison Love if he's Big Worm from Friday. Big Worm. And we got Big Smoke, who's voiced by Clifton Powell. And he's how do you say? Apparently he was inspired by Jamal Woolard, who's best known for, playing B.I.G. in the Notorious movie. So I didn't want to say any other names in case I got it wrong, but yeah, you had those people. You had the music, iconic West Coast music in the in the radios, the hues, and I'm sure the story was pretty cool. The street shit was there. I didn't play it, but I feel like I played it. And I feel like I already played it. I knew. And it's GTA. Crazy ass shit, Crazy ass shit. Now, it came out. What I saw looked like really weird character models with some really great backgrounds and effects and some textures. Mostly the character models were kind of iffy, but then again, it's a remaster. They're remastering the original character models. It's not a remake, because a lot of people somehow get these two mixed up. I don't understand why, but they're fucking stupid too, because they have a 5th grade reading level. Damn it. Oh my god, people need to learn how to fucking read, and they need to know the fucking words that actually exist in their language. Oh my god, I'm going crazy in this damn podcast. I'm mostly just mad at people, dog. It's just, people are so dumb. Anyway, the game looked very wonky. The games are pretty old. They can only do so much remastering. Some games for their time still looked better. Some looked better than others. Some didn't. A really good remaster, for example, would probably be something like the Jack and Daxter remaster, or the Shadow of Colossus remaster, or the Metal Gear Solid, Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, and Peace Walker remaster. They looked pretty good, though. To be fair, Peace Walker came out on PSP back in like 2010. It's a bit more advanced, but it's the PSP, Didn't have the most advanced graphics for a portable system, but they were really good graphics. Really good graphics. So I was like, well, it's kind of acceptable, I guess. Again, I mentioned before the HDR look, a little bit more realistic. And a lot of people, of course, kept saying, oh my god, the character models are so ugly. But then I started really looking at both, and some people say the remaster look darker, but actually the old ones look a little darker. The dark shades actually mask the character models, or even models like environmental models, and it kind of hides the ugliness. And it isn't until this remaster that you actually get to see it, because they kind of removed that and they kind of designed it a little bit differently. So, but there are instances where the models just do not look the same, and they actually do look worse. And so One of them, for example, like the two thugs, the two Hispanic cholos, look really off. There's one that looks like a lady. Uh, I have the damn article on my phone. Maybe I can get a better maybe I can get a better look on the article. Uh, yeah, it's a chick in the original. Wow, like it's fucking insane, dude. Like how much better it looks. Not to mention the fucking mods pack looks better. But then again, those are mods. Mods can do crazy things to make it look like it's an actual damn remake. So you can still kind of give them a pass, you know. There's some crazy ass mods out there, especially for GTA 5 like and GTA 4. Maybe they have a maybe I can get GTA 4 and put a mod where you can actually drive the fucking thing. Stupid ass driving mechanics. But then I started I once I decided to actually talk about this, started to dig deeper into this, and boy, did I find some crazy shit about this fucking thing. So apparently, it really, I mean, like it, as if it wasn't apparent enough, Rockstar didn't seem to really care. People been Rockstar, man. So Rockstar, it's fine. A game developing company doesn't need to release a game all the time, but holy shit, do they take their time. But, you know, there's reasons for that. GTA 5 is releasing over the course of 3 generations, though to be fair, 5 did come out at the end of the PS3 360 generation. And then they released the game again last generation, and then lo and behold, they fucking did it again this generation. It still hasn't come out, but it's coming, and of course, it's on PC as well. Oh, but the thing is, they're making so much money. Like, I think they've made over $10 billion on GTA alone. But the reason they have done it isn't even because of the copies. It's because of all the fucking online gambling that people do with the shark cards, if I remember correctly. That's what they're called. So pretty much just to get the in-game shit. Like now, people just buy that shit on the regular, I guess. Like players that are always on that game, you know? Which is unfortunate because it's microtransactions, and it's microtransactions are just one of the banes of fucking gaming. But it's like, guys, if you don't want this shit to be in gaming, just stop fucking buying it. Vote with your fucking wallet. Oh my god, like it's so easy, dude. Just don't buy this shit. It's like when people complain about pre-order bonuses, like, dude, just don't pre-order it, man. Just don't pre-order it. Thankfully, a lot of people stop pre-ordering on certain things. I pre-order sometimes. Depends on the game. But, you know, I mostly game on PC, so you already know them discounts. Anyway, except for Battlefield 2042, because I couldn't find a discount anywhere, which fucking blew. Anyway, Rockstar is making a killing off of GTA 5. And then finally they drop, Red Dead Redemption 2, which technically shouldn't be called Red Dead Redemption 2. It's not even a fucking sequel. It's a prequel. I unfortunately haven't played that game yet. I want to. I'll get it eventually. I'm backed up on so many games. But I'm unaware of the care they put into that game, especially its online stuff and everything. I don't know. I hope it's better than Red Dead Online for Red Dead Redemption, because Red Dead Redemption 2 should still deserve some greatness to it despite GTA 5's success. And there's that too, Red Dead Redemption 2. So hopefully they've been making money on that. And when I say hopefully, it's as in, I hope they've created a worthwhile experience for the players that have stayed on the game, especially online. But anyway, there's been rumblings about GTA 6 that it's going to be in Vice City again, or it's going to have multiple cities, it's going to have a female protagonist. All right, cool. And people are expecting that, and then they drop this shit on us, and it's like, damn, man, these guys aren't even trying. But it's like, you guys haven't given them a reason to try because y'all keep buying these fucking shark cards and giving them all your fucking money and letting them be greedy. Like it's like EA, man. Like I'm just so numb to this shit. I'm just more mad at the people. It's the same fucking thing with the scalpers on the PS5s and the Xbox Series X's and whatever the fuck else scalpers get. You know, it's like, yeah, that sucks that the scalpers are doing that, but you don't have to buy it, right? And I know you want it, but don't buy it. Because if you don't buy it, then they have no incentive to buy it at full price and try to resell it to you at a higher price because no one's buying it. Stop buying it. Seriously. And this is kind of where like my minimalism comes into play. Like, look, I'm a gamer. I value gaming so much, but I don't need this shit. It's not essential for my life. It's not. It does make me happy, which is kind of the conundrum of it all because though I am a minimalist and I don't particularly need gaming. I don't need many things, but I value it. But somebody else, minimalist or not, may not value gaming the way I do. And it's because that I value it and because of the happiness that it can bring me, I keep it in my life, you know? So it's all about the value. And yeah, I guess people do value these games so much that they're willing to shell out all that stuff. I mean, in the end, it is your money. You can do what you want with it. But you're giving these companies a reason to keep doing these practices and for them to not even try. You can't do that. You can't fucking do that because y'all almost let Microsoft do it before, but then once that didn't work, other companies slowly but surely started doing that type of shit, whether it was privacy tracking or just whatever, like the invasion of privacy, where they're just looking and watching you all the fucking time because you motherfuckers let them do it. You let them do it and you didn't do shit. You just stayed behind the fucking keyboard like me and listening to me rant about the shit. You didn't do anything and now we're in this predicament, whether it's in gaming or films or money or whatever. You let these motherfuckers do this shit because you don't want to do anything. You don't want to do anything. And that's why the GTA Remastered Trilogy came out the way it was, because you didn't give them a reason to even try. And and I'm not absolving them of any of this, they still fucking suck for doing that. I don't have any strong feelings towards Rockstar, to be honest with you, but I can still kind of give you an objective standpoint on this. Like, what they did is stupid. Like, they gave the project to a mobile port developer that was porting, I guess, GTA games mobily? Is that even a fucking word? God, and I'm in the cell phone industry. Yeah, mobile game developers that made a port of San Andreas for a mobile, and then that's how they did the remastered fucking trilogy. That's how they did it. They remastered a mobile port of the damn game. That's absurd, bruh. Like, dude, I literally saw. Oh my god, it's not even funny. Like, the type of stuff that I'm seeing. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not every game, or at least some game. A lot of games have their glitches or game breaking stuff. But dude, oh my lord, there's a shadow thing, I think, in GTA 3 where, like, in the normal game, it slowly but surely moves. But in the remastered trilogy, it does, like, this stop, move, stop, and then keep moving. Like, it's so noticeable, the shade moving, depending on, like, the daytime cycle in the game, which is stupid. I think it's in the Steam version, and I think they have it in Switch. I don't even remember if they put that shit on Switch. Did they put that shit on Switch? I mean, why not? I mean, that shit is a mobile port version. How could they not? So, let me actually check on that. Let me check on that real quickly. GTA Trilogy Remastered. Just being lazy, so I didn't type. Just typed it up. Yes, it is on the Switch. It is on the Switch, which is probably the only fucking console it should actually be in on on the fucking Switch. But then yeah, like there's a Twitter thread about this. I found it on an article with from the Sun. Should be the Baltimore Sun, the U.S. Sun. I don't know. I forget. But there's a Twitter thread in that article. Just search if you want to try to find it. Just look up GTA Trilogy Remastered The Sun. It should be the first article that pops up. That's not under the recent news. Oh, actually, it is in the recent news. Uh, and they talk about the Twitter thread, and they actually link it. So what was it again? Like, I'm not gonna watch them, but uh, yo, I just found out one that's even worse. So in the original game, somebody's wearing a fucking in San Andreas, they're wearing a jersey with the 7. In the remastered version, they literally it's like they spray painted a 9 over the 7. You can still see the 7, dude. What the fuck? Oh my god. The fingernails in Vice City look like they're fucking painted. Like, yo, what the hell? To be fair, they have a tan, but still, like, shit. Yeah, the cholos on San Andreas, like the models are clearly updated. It's not exactly bad, but the one on the side that has like the tattoos on his chest with no shirt, man, that shit looks terrible. Ryder looks so fucking awful on that bike. Dude, that chick with the United States panties and bra looks like a One Piece character. It looks like a One Piece character, bruh. Like, why is this happening, dude? I feel like I'm getting even more mad and more triggered just looking about this shit and talking about it because I'm actually investing my time into it. I probably wouldn't have cared, but holy shit. This is so ridiculous. Uh there's frame rate issues. There's audio problems, apparently. There's one I saw in particular with GTA 3, I think, where like you're in think it's in the intro, you're in this truck and the rain is inside. Like, oh Lord have mercy, dude. It's so stupid. Uh let's see. Um GTA 3 actually drops as low as 35 frames per second in 2021. A remastered version going to 35 frames per second in performance mode. That's pretty fucking bad. In San Andreas and Vice City, they dropped down to 40. Uh, wow. So they like really fucked this whole thing up. Like, and you know what? That's just gonna reflect poorly on them. It's like, dude, why should we even trust you? Like, you don't even give a fuck. But it's at the same time, it's like they don't give a fuck because you allowed them to not give a fuck, man. You allowed them to not give a fuck about you because if they, oh my god, dude, I feel like I'm going around in circles, man. I really do. But it's like I really hope this shit gets listened to by some people actually because people need this. People need to hear this shit, man. And it's like if you're over there wasting, like if you have all the money and you don't care, like you really just don't care and you're just spending it all on GTA 5 or whatever just on purpose. Like you're aware and you just don't care. I mean, I guess that's fine. Yeah, it's still your money, like I said before. But still, man, you need to understand what you're actually enabling with these companies, enabling this corporate greed, bruh. Like, stop that shit. Stop thinking about just your personal enjoyment and your personal entertainment, and realize that it has massive ramifications on the gaming community at large. And if you, I know something about gamers is that they are a fickle bunch. They are. They don't take kindly to a lot of shit, and they don't have patience for a lot of bullshit that these companies do. Oh, thank God. Because so many other people that aren't gamers do have the patience, and it's like they allow bullshit to happen. Gamers don't allow that type of shit. They don't. They kind of did, as we've seen, you know. But a lot of things, they don't take a lot of shit. They're on these companies' asses. Just take a look at what happened with Fallout 76 and Bethesda, dude. Like, and to top and to top it off, they removed the fucking games off of like Steam and shit. So you can't even legally get PC versions of the game anymore that were on official outlets or clients. And they were, of course, like before the game even came out, or it was even announced, they were telling people like they were sending notices to people about the mods, so like they couldn't do them anymore. So that gave us an indication that, oh, they're probably gonna do a remaster or a remake or something, right? And that's what happened. But now they removed the fucking games and people can't get them anymore. Fortunately for those that bought it, they can play them, and even if they uninstall them, they can still install them. But how? What can you do now? What if you actually want to play an actual better version? It's a fucking demaster. That's what it should be called. Uh, the Grand Theft Auto Demastered Trilogy, because that's what essentially what it is. It's just a demaster. You actually want to play a better copy of the game, then you either get the original, either buy the official copies, whether for the consoles, or you pirate the shit. And this is one of the only instances where this should actually be allowed. It's actually like it's okay if you're over there thinking like, oh my god, I've never pirated before and this and that. This is one of the only times you're actually allowed. This is one of the times you're actually allowed because of Rockstar's bullshit. Seriously. Oh, I swear to God, if they pull something crazy as shit with GTA 6, like, and please, for the love of God, when GTA 6 comes out, because it will, please do not give them any of your fucking money with these card sharks, damn it. Or shark cards or whatever the fuck you call them. I can't even remember because I don't even use them. Oh my god, just stop giving these companies reasons to not give a fuck about you. Stop it. Stop that shit. Stop rewarding bad practices. Stop rewarding bad behavior. You should know better than that. And a lot of the people that are my age are fucking adults and older. We grew up with this shit. Stop doing that. Stop rewarding bad behavior. Stop doing it. Even if it's not a gaming company, stop doing that. Whether it's with, people, a loved one, romantic partner, uh, who else? Like coworkers, anybody, anything. Stop rewarding that shit. It's infuriating. Oh my god. Like it actually kind of makes me sad because I would have gotten it had they actually fixed the shit. Because then I would have actually I would have actually played that for fun, you know? I like Vice City, that's cool. Grand Theft Auto 3, come on, open world, baby. San Andreas, why not? I would have played the shit out of a proper remastered version. But now that can't happen because they fucking delisted the games and they are not even, and you can't even get them anymore, so you can't even really mod them. Even if the people that do have them, they can't mod them. Now I just gotta get pirated or some shit. And I don't even know how to actually mod that. I could probably mod it just regularly, but it's, technically it's a legal activity, and it's like, damn. Y'all like kind of now enabling us to actually go do that shit because of your bad practices. Rockstar deserves the shitstorm that they're getting, and the fact that I think somebody in the mobile and the development team actually said that he had a smile on his face based on the shitstorm. Look, man, either you're enjoying it because you know this is bullshit and you know that it could have been better, and unfortunately y'all didn't have the time, y'all didn't have the budget, y'all didn't have the talent. And it gives you a smile because that'll show Rockstar that they're fucking idiots for doing this. Or you're a fucking asshole too. And you don't give a shit. And you actually want to see the world burn. I mean, it's not that serious, man. Well, it's serious on a larger sense. It's more serious on a larger sense. It's just a game, but the thing is, the game still touched a lot of people. You know, reached a lot of people, and it's been almost 20 years since San Andreas came out. It's about 20 years. It's like 21 years since GTA 3 came out. Man, that was revolutionary. It's been 22 years, bruh. It's been 22 years. That's fucking insane. No, 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 no. It's been 20 years actually. It's been 20 years. It came out in 2001. It came out in 2001. I forgot. I thought it was 2000. Sorry. But Vice City came out the next day. It's about to be 20 years for Vice City. It's been a long time that these games came out and that people love them. And for you to just take a heaping pile of shit on it, man, it's like, dude. Oh. Like, I'm not even mad because I don't really have fond memories or whatever. I wasn't totally invested in them, but I'm mad for the people that did invest that time and that had that love and had that passion for those games. You know, I'm mad for them. You know, and they have a right to be mad. You know, they do. So, yeah, I don't know honestly what else to say other than to stop rewarding bad behavior. If you feel like you have an addiction problem, man, like, please seek help, you know, because addiction can come in many ways. It can be drugs. It can be, substance abuse. It can be porn addiction. It can be, masturbating all the time. It could be like this in terms of these games, gambling addiction. It's a serious illness, man. Or whether it's sex, like there's a bunch of type of addictions that people go through, and this is one of them. And if you know that you have that, even if you don't, I feel very sorry for you, and I'm not trying to feel pity on you or anything like that, but I feel bad for you because you have a problem, and it's okay. And the first step to fixing it is to admit it, is to acknowledge that the problem is there. So if you know you have a problem with this game or whatever, and this reaches out to you, whoever this reaches out to, man, please seek help. If you have a safety net, with family members, friends, please seek their advice. Please seek their help. It's very important that you do. It's important for your health, and then it's gonna be better for you. I can tell you one thing. I play, I play fighters a little less, but only because I like Dragon Ball fighters. I play it less, only because I have things to do, you know. But I know that I could potentially just stay on it for hours, and I know I will. And sometimes that is an issue. I mean, I went through a time when it first came out where it was like, oh my god, it was probably my like sometimes I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about it. You know. Eventually, that stopped. Thankfully, it wasn't very long, but it did happen, and I recognized immediately. It's like, holy shit! It's like this isn't very good. You know, as much as I adore the game and I enjoy playing it and I have fun with it and how much I value my time and energy that I put into it, it's not very good. So and that's fine if you put your time and energy into like GTA 5 and all because that's the game right now, that rocks or Red Dead Redemption 2 or whatever and whatever practices they have with that. Please seek help, man. Like the internet is there, people are there, whatever it is, or just I don't want to leave without having some form of resource to help you. So, um, let me try to find something for you guys. Um, so you could go to nadac.org, NAADAC.org. It's the Association for Addiction Professionals, And it represents the professional interests of more than 100,000 addiction counselors, educators, and other addiction-focused healthcare professionals in the United States, Canada, and abroad. So I'm sure you could maybe reach out to them, uh, potentially reach out to them, or maybe you could go to drugabuse.gov if you're having, drug addiction problems. It seems like the ones that are coming up more are maybe NCADD. But that's something else. It seems like that's something else. Uh, so I found an article right here for you. So 9 steps that you can take to overcome your addiction. Don't play the blame game, which is really true. Don't blame others for your addiction because in the end, it's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. You made the decision to do these things, whether you like it or not. And you need to take responsibility for those actions. Just like Rockstar needs to take responsibility for this bullshit. And you guys need to take responsibility for allowing these fucking gaming companies like Rockstar to pull this bullshit. Stop doing it. And number 2, be patient, man. Whatever you're going through, it's not gonna happen within a day. Some people are strong, but that doesn't mean they're gonna fix it within a day. Okay, it takes time. Rome wasn't built in a day, man, as they always say. Research the recovery programs. Look up. You have a phone. I'm sure you have a phone. That is literally a mobile computer. It's not just a phone. You can look up recovery programs. Maybe search up on Google Maps, Apple Maps. You can get the get support. You can do community groups. Things like that. Exercise is always a good thing, man. It's always a good fucking thing to be able to help your body. And along with that, of course, is eating good food. Make sure to research the food that you're getting. Stop eating fucking Spam. Stop eating fucking McDonald's fries and nuggets and burgers and whatever else. Just maintain a healthy lifestyle, man. Make sure to drink water. Drink lots of water, but don't drink too much. You could drown. And of course, you can find other things that could probably help you with your addiction. Whether it's in this article, they actually, suggest the holistic approaches, with I also agree. Natural medicines are always very good. And these would include acupuncture, aromatherapy, herbs, journaling, so write down your thoughts, being in nature, maybe take some hikes, walk, meditate. Meditating is so underrated. I'm just telling you. And it takes a lot of concentration to be able to clear your mind, and it really helps. Put yourself first. You're trying to recover from your addiction, and you have to be your number one priority. You have to look for number 1. And I actually didn't think this was going to be it because I was going to name it too. They say give divine love a try. Divine love is accessible to everyone, and it is the most important form of healing. That's what the article says. So yes, look to God, man. I know it's just a gambling addiction, but God is there with you. You could say, how come he hasn't done this? That's a very loaded question or whatever for another episode. But look towards God, man. Whatever you're going through, he's there with you. Call to him. Open yourself to him. He will be there with you and he will help you, okay? And I hope everyone else that isn't taking responsibility for their own actions does this too, because it definitely does help. I can say that from experience, okay? And I'm not going to say that I'm perfect and that I still don't have problems with whatever else, but yes, I do look towards God to help me. Sometimes I may not talk to him for a while or whatever, but I recognize that, I always go back to him because he's number 1, man. He's always number 1, and he's always going to be there with you, and he's always going to love you. He'll be there with you every step of the way. And that took a very serious turn, but it's true. It's one of the reasons why we're having this discussion to begin with. So anyway, yeah, that was my talk topic, rant, whatever you want to call it, about GTA, you, and Rockstar. Plus, companies like them. So yeah, that was the Outer Deus podcast episode 5. You want to follow directly for the podcast, you can go to theouterdeus.podbean.com. I'll say it again, theouterdeus.podbean.com. That's where all my episodes are at. That's my website. My bio's there. I describe a little bit about myself more, support, like it'll tell you my email if you want to contact me, support or whatever you want to get in contact about anything. Please don't spam me or don't try anything dumb. The email is theouterheaven@protonmail.com. Again, theouterheaven@protonmail.com. My socials on Facebook, facebook.com/IvanNero.Trevino, Instagram, _outerheaven. Follow all my updates. That's where I'm mostly active when it comes to this and my gaming channel. And of course, I got to talk about the gaming channel, youtube.com/outerheaven_iVenom. And that's where you'll catch the video versions of these podcasts. I more than likely won't have much of a video version for this one. And if you're listening to this, you'll probably already know. So yeah, and of course I have gaming videos up there if you'd like to check it out or whatever. Again, youtube.com/outerheaven_iVenom. And yeah, that's been this episode, Outer Deus podcast episode 5. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I got a slew of topics that I want to talk about. And of course, if you want to see more rant shit, I got some videos, some video ideas that I like to actually do. So they'll be coming soon. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.